Good afternoon everyone. In today's video of business studies, I am going to discuss next topic of directing, chapter 7. Before it I have discussed meaning, definition of directing, also features of directing. Now next topic is importance of directing. We can see here 5 points are given: to initiate action, to integrate employees efforts, means or medium of motivation, bring stability and balance in the organization, and last, to facilitate change. As we know, directing means teaching something to employees. We are inspiring, we are guiding our employees for the betterment of them. Means if we have hired the staff, then we have to teach them also, so that they can work properly. Okay, first point, if we give them some teaching, if we give them some direction, then only they can start action. So simply first heading, to initiate action, means employees can start work only when we have given them direction. The same is written here: the employees in the organization start working only when they get instruction and direction from supervisor. So directing is important because after directing, action starts. Similarly, second, to integrate employees effort. As we know, everyone is working on his or her place, as there are 3 levels: top, middle, lower, and there are many departments in organization. So how can we combine or integrate? Integrate means combine. Here wrongly written, include combine not in first point, include in combine in second point. In place of integrate, we can write in bracket combine. Integrate means combine. We can combine employees effort who are working in same organization but at different levels and at different positions. So by directing, we can teach them. They are their seniors, they are subordinates, so means they can try to establish mutual relationship between them. So that is possible only by directing. Next, motivation. We can provide motivation by directing only. If we are giving proper directions, we are giving proper training to our employees, then employees will definitely encourage to do work up to their maximum or best ability. Next, bring stability or balance in organizations. If everything happens properly in organization, there are no disputes, there are no arguments in organization, then there can be proper equilibrium, balance or stability in organization. Means no one will have other kind of attitude towards someone, as they are mutually concerned. So if we are teaching them that they have to follow the orders of superiors, then there will be no disputes. Everyone's efforts will be in same direction. This will be beneficial for organization, and this will bring stability and balance in organization. Same is written over here in detail. Last, to facilitate change. Yes, every time we know, if we say to change any work in company, then employees usually resist towards change. That's a human nature. Whenever we are said to change something, we always resist. Here it is written, employees hesitate in accepting change because they are fear of changes. Okay, they feel that changes will cause some loss to them, but that's not true. Changes can be for their benefit also. So by directing and by teaching, we can make them learn that changes are for their betterment. So this can only be possible by directing. Here one example is given. If we say to the employees that we are doing computerize, we are going to do the work computerize, and they have to follow new technology. So employees can resist the change, but if we teach them that directing that this change is for their betterment, if you learn this technology, this will help you in future, and this will also increase your payment, your salary wages will also improve, then employees can accept the changes happily and readily. So by directing, we can teach lots of things to our employees. That's why directing is important. So today I discussed importance of directing. Next topic I will discuss in next video. Thank you.